$1,000 fine. How old are you?
26.
26, and you now have two DWIs. What happens on the next one?
I don't know.
You need to know what happens on the next one.
Bad news, yeah.
No, not bad news. What happens?
Um,
I'm going to tell you now that you now have two DWIs going on your record. If you were ever pulled over and you have the slightest smell of alcohol on your breath, any officer that pulls you over is going to say, well, if it walks like a duck and it talks like a duck, meaning if it's got DWI one and it's got another DWI, it's probably DWI again and is able to withhold his tolerance. They're going to arrest you. No questions asked. They're not going to give a rat's behind whether you're drunk or not. The smell alone will be enough to take them down. And now you will be looking at up to 10 years in prison. Up to 10 years in prison. That's what you're going to be facing. I hope you really appreciate the gravity, because do you know what they would do to you in prison, Mr. McCollum? A little white boy stick piece, you know what they would do to you in prison? Holy moly, I've read stuff that was bad. It had me in freaking tears. How they just pass people along like it's a freaking rag doll. And you know what? The jailers don't give a rat's behind what happens in there. Some places are so bad, they don't even go there. And I promise you, because I'm a judge, I get to read extra stuff that you're never going to get your eyes on. And it literally had me in tears, how they treat people. So you're one step away. And I hope that you appreciate that. All you have to do is pick up a phone, hit one button. You'll have a car for $20, take you anywhere you want to go in this freaking city. Don't matter where you want to go. It's always $20. How much money have you spent on all this? Yeah, and now it's going to cost you more, because you will be required to pay for the DPS fines and fees and surcharges. And if you don't, I'm going to put your butt in jail. And every $100 you owe, you will sit in custody. You're now going to be required to pay somewhere to the tune of around $6,500 to $7,000. So you can imagine how much time you will sit in jail if you don't pay it. Do you understand? Because I am trying to impress on you how dangerous this type of offense is and how very important you must take this in the future so you don't end up in prison. What are we doing, Jay?
They reduced it to a Class B misdemeanor, DWI first, interlock, 18 months probation, and TRAS, all the conditions that go with the TRAS.
$180 days in jail, to be probated for 18 months. As part of the probation, you will do a repeat offender DWI education class, 2 victim impact panels, a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. You must fulfill those conditions. If they tell you that you need to do inpatient treatment, well, that's where you're going to go. If they tell you that you have to do intensive outpatient or SOP, then you must do those as well. If you don't, then guess what happens? I will issue a warrant for your arrest, and then you will be looking at 180 days in jail. And I myself, if I find that you're consuming alcohol while you're on this probation, I will put you into treatment myself. And I'm going to tell you, it lasts for 180 days if you respond to treatment well. If not, you can be in there for a year and a half. Do you understand? I just put someone in yesterday, and they're going to be in there for a solid 6 to 9 months, maybe a year and a half. You understand? No drugs, alcohol, random urinalysis, guardian interlock, no breath test refusal, meaning that if you take a breath, if you're driving in a car and an officer asks you to submit to a breath test, you must submit to a breath test. If you don't, you're in violation of this agreement. Do you understand? You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers, right to be arraigned, charged read in open court. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, there's no turning back. You now at 26 have 2 DWIs on your record. Do you understand? How do you plead to this offense? I will find you guilty. I am going to suspend your license for 1 year. JL, what happened on the,
We won.
okay. You guys can apply for an occupational license. I want to know that he's doing well. And I don't think that we've had any violations so far, correct?
No, sir. And Judge, just to be clear, so when we get the occupational license, and Dustin King will be doing that part, and he
Yeah.
has to go get the interlock on his vehicle. He's gonna have someone else to drive the
Correct.
vehicle to the facility to get the interlock, because you cannot drive without an interlock,
As of
period.
this moment, you may not drive. Your license is suspended. If I catch you in a car driving, and we're going to have you sign an affidavit promising us you're not going to drive before you leave here. If you drive, you will be doing a substantial amount of time in jail. I don't care what your excuse is. I don't care if there's a burning building and you have to save 15 kids. Mother Teresa needs a ride to church. I don't care. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Yeah, JL, if he does well, and he's been doing well so far, that's good news. So we want to know that you appreciate the gravity of this offense going forward. The idea is that you have such a miserable experience here that you remember us 15 years down the road, 20 years down the road, you have some kind of catastrophic event in your life that causes you to go out, you get blitzed. You know what? I better not get in this car and go home. That was such a miserable experience. Huh? Yeah, he's gonna have to pay. What are court costs now? Was it a breath test or was it a blood test?
He volunteered breath, it's a 0.145.
Okay, so 6,000 and then plus court costs.
Stephen thought it was reduced.
Yes, yeah. I will give you time to pay it. Okay, I will give you, 2 years, so it's not gonna break your bank, right? Because I understand, but I want you to understand that you're not gonna get out of this scot-free. And I want you to appreciate this. You understand?
Yes,
So
sir.
surcharges apply even though it's not time served.
Correct. Yeah.
That's what I get.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your
Right.
Honor.
Dale. Morning, Mr. Eli.
Morning.
Speak English?
Yes,
How's jail?
not so bad. It's pretty good.
Looks pretty rough.
Yeah.
Looks like you're having a rough time, huh? Mr. Eli, on 9/2 of 22, you pick up a false report. You blow us off. Not once, not twice, but I've got your bond at 5,003 on that one. While you're out on the land, you've now picked up a DWI second. You also pick up a failure to stop and give information. On both of those cases, you're facing, well, on the DWI, you're facing up to a year in jail and a $4,000 fine. On your FSGI, which is basically leaving the scene of an accident, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you, sir.
On May 2nd, 2024, officers were dispatched to a convenience store in regard to a shooting in progress. Upon arrival, they searched for the vehicle, which had already left the store. Complainant Tamika reported that she was at the store when the defendant came in, and he was acting erratically, stumbling, seemed to be under the influence of something, and kept saying, "Why are you guys always fucking with me?" unprovoked. He went outside, got a gun out of his car, and fired once in the air. She described him as, yes, Your Honor. She described him as acting weird, like he was on something, and she saw a gun fall out of his waistband, saw him pick it up, and saw him leave the store, get in his car, and leave, and back into her car, then drive off. He came to a stop at 1900 Commonwealth, got out of his car, and came into another occupied car, and went to the same location and got out and started yelling. The total damages to the vehicle were $500. Defendant was taken to Bentab because he was hyperventilating and he had a high heart rate. No firearms, narcotics, or alcohol were in the vehicle. Medical results returned. Defendant was positive for opioids, cocaine, and benzodiazepine. At the time, he was admitted to the hospital.
Eli, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Extremely surprised that they didn't charge you with the gun case, aggravated assault, who knows what else. I am now revoking your bond on the false report, the first case, and I'm going to raise it up to 30,003 because you scare me. You are a complete and utter danger to the public and have no business. Do you understand?
Yes.
If you get out of jail, I am ordering you under home confinement and doing AA and NA classes 5 times a week with a GPS monitor on one ankle and a scram bracelet on the other. And you are to remain home all day, every day. And the only time you can go out is either to a hospital or to meet with your lawyer. Do you understand?
But I had no gun on it.
I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. I don't care what your excuse is. If you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you get into a car and drive. Tell me, how long have you been in jail, Mr. Eli?
2 days.
Are you still coming down?
Yes.
How is it?
Pretty terrible.
Sucks, right? Yeah. Especially when you're on opiates. It's probably one of the worst come downs you can have. You're lucky you're not seizing. I'm going to tell you now, Shreya, that I'd like to do a TRAS on Mr. Eli. And I'm not going to entertain any offers until we do it. And I need to know if he needs treatment into a facility based on his priors. I mean, this has been going on for the last 5 years now, where he's been using hardcore substances. And I'm really afraid that you're going to kill someone. You're on something. You allegedly have a gun. You're shooting it into the air. What goes up must come down. What if it comes down on a 5-year-old's head, Mr. Eli? Who gets charged with murder? Who's looking at life in prison? Do you think of these things? It's high time you did, because that's kind of behavior where you didn't mean to do it. I didn't know that what I was doing. I was doing it. And then someone's looking, and even though you don't get life, you still might get 40. Typically, when I see these cases, it's 30 years gone. Do you understand, Mr. Eli? I will have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive, and then we'll have you placed back into the jail, and we're going to have you evaluated, and then we'll go from there. Are you Genevieve Ortega? Geneva Ortega. Ma'am, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Okay, this one's long, Your Honor. On June 24th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a road rage incident and spoke with 2 complaining witnesses who advised that the incident started at the gate of their apartment complex as they were trying to leave. The defendant's car was stopped in front of the gate, and complaining witness 1 honked her horn so she can move her car out of the way. The complaining witness made a right turn to—
Hold on. Co-defendant. Are you Ms. Torres? Ma'am, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You speak English, correct? Okay. So I think where we left off, you said that there was a defendant's car was by the front gate of apartment complex.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
And the complaining witness 1 honked her horn so she can move the car out of the way. The complaining witness 1 made a right turn to go westbound on West Little York, and complaining witness 1 and co-defendant stopped at a red light. The co-defendant, Ms. Torres, started throwing things at her car. They went westbound on West Little and then made a right at Eldridge, and defendant Torres yelled, "Pull over, let's fight." The complaining witness 2 said that they continued going northbound on North Eldridge, and the defendant brake checked her several times before stopping in front of the complaining witnesses.
It's like something I see out of YouTube, man.
Defendant then got out of the passenger seat, walked up to the complaining witness 1's vehicle, attempted to open the side door to remove her from the vehicle. Complaining witness 2 got out of the passenger seat to prevent defendant from opening the driver's side door. The defendant was able to open complaining witness's one door because when complaining witness two opened the door, it unlocked all of the doors. The defendant grabbed complaining witness one, dragged her out of the vehicle by the hair, struck her with a closed fist towards her head, scratched her, and threw her in the dirt. Complaining witness
So
tried,
who did that specific? Was that
defendant
Ortega or Torres?
Ortega. And then complaining witness tried to break up the fight, and while doing so, the defendant grabbed him by the genitals and would not let go. Both complaining witnesses felt pain/discomfort. Injuries were observed on the complaining witnesses, and the defendant, Ortega, admitted to the assault but said the complaining witnesses were the aggressors. Witness and video confirmed that the defendant was the aggressor. As far as
What about the
defendant number two,
genitalia grab, Pavel? No one charged on that one,
I don't know, it's probably,
you know?
yeah, not as of right now.
Ladies, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Ms. Ortega, if I send you for a drug test right now, what are you going to test positive for?
Nothing.
I'm sending you for a drug test right now. You too, Ms. Torres. I expect you guys to come back. At that time, we'll talk about your lawyer. If you do not come back, I will set your bond extremely high. I'm done playing games. I will not stand for it. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect every single person of Harris County. Do you understand? If I find that you violate that, I will do that to you guys. And I will revoke your bond, make it extremely high. You understand? Who is driving in this caper?
is Ortega.
Ms. Ortega, do you have a Texas driver license?
Actually, let me driving.
Do you have a Texas driver license? I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case, not to be in possession of weapons. I'm sending you now for a test and then you must come back. Do you understand? Okay, take a seat for me. Ms. Torres, Ms. Ortega, come up, please.
Oh, Tracy said she's back.
Okay, so we'll do the conditions now and then we can tell Tracy. Okay. Ms. Torres, you tested positive for marijuana. I am now making it a condition that you are not to smoke. I'm telling you that you will be tested 31 days from today. Guess what happens if you test positive? Right. You hold the keys to the jail cell. How old are you? How old are you?
19.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a bartender.
Where?
The Zone Sports Bar.
Did you graduate from high school? Like I said, you've been ordered not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I will bring you back in 31 days to test you. How much money do you make a month?
Maybe like 1,000.
Okay, I will appoint your lawyer, but today's already 1 o'clock. It's too late. So what we'll do is I will give you an application. You can take it back with you. And the next time you come, you can give it back to us and we'll appoint your lawyer. You will get tested again. No more smoking. I will not accept any kind of explanation. I was in a car and other people were smoking. Someone gave me a gummy. I didn't know what it is. I don't care and I will not entertain excuses. Do not have any contact. And the problem is, Ms. Torres, is this is at 19. This is your second assault case. Why so angry? You,
It's not
funny,
that, because
it's-
it's not that.
it's not funny. It's, what's next? An aggravated assault where you pull a gun on something, where you're looking at up to 20 years in prison? All it takes, the thing is, look at me. The thing is that, you don't get many chances in life, but to reflect and look at what you're doing and thinking to yourself, oh my God, if I do this, what's going to happen? If I say this, what's going to happen? Man, think before you act. Sometimes.
Sorry.
That's when it hurts. If you can't look at me in the face, am I speaking truth?
She's angry because her kids.
I'm not, she's what?
She's angry because her kids.
Is this the proper response because mom has cancer? What if she really needs your help and you're in custody? Who's going to take care of mom? What kind of cancer do you have?
Okay.
What do you do for a living, ma'am?
I work for a radiology doctor and an oncology doctor.
Okay. Are you married, ma'am? How many children do you have? I will appoint you a lawyer, but today it's already 1:00 and everybody's gone. We can give you an application. Come back to us in a couple weeks or whenever you want, and I can appoint you a lawyer. If you want to come back tomorrow, we can have you come back tomorrow and we can give you a lawyer tomorrow.
On Saturday?
Oh, tomorrow's Saturday. Hell no. I meant Monday. I'm not coming tomorrow. You can't even drag me.
She's a good girl.
It's a second assault case.
The first one, can
It's
you explain to him that?
actions speak louder than words. What you tell me goes in one ear, goes out the other. Paper dictates.
You read it.
Well, I'm not going to read it. I'm just telling you what I see.
Because you see the word that says assault, you're assuming that it was my fault. That's why I said all you have to do is read it. This situation,
I don't want to talk about this case, but
her situation,
the problem is this case. And from what they've read, I will let you pick whatever day you want to come back. You can come back together, okay? The only thing I'm asking you, both of you guys, do not pick up any new cases. Do not get in any more fights. Don't drink alcohol, don't use any dope, and you'll be fine with me, okay? I will have you go to Victoria. You guys can pick whatever date you want to come back. Come back, bring the paperwork, come early, and then we can appoint your lawyers early. That way you don't have to wait this long as well. Okay,
I can come on that day, but the first one is at 10:30 a.m., the second one is at 12 a.m. I can come right after that, once that's.
no, we're done usually, yeah, because lawyers are usually gone and out of here by 12:30. So, I mean, you can come Tuesday if you want early, you can come Wednesday, any day you want to come. You can come the following week too, if you want. So I'm not, you can come next week, you come the following week, whatever you want. I'm not, I'll give you up to, 30 days for you to decide what day you want to come back. My only concern is I don't want any more trouble. That's all. And I want our streets to be safe, imagine Ms. Torres and Ms. Ortega, what if you had gotten out and the other person has a gun? Do you know how many cases we see here where people get shot because they get out with this road rage? I mean, the DA, he's shaking his head over there, man. How many cases we have, you just get out of the car, you start walking, another person's got a gun, they start shooting. Even to officers it happens. All right, enough preaching. I'll have you guys go over there. You guys are gonna have to wait just a little bit for Tracy to get back. Once you sign your bond conditions, you guys are free to go, okay?
I got a message to my phone saying I have to pick up a portable.
So maybe they were conditions from the magistrate.
Perhaps the magistrate put like
It said
an
it-
ankle monitor on you.
The paper that y'all gave me from right here, it says they're portable for my car. This the text message.
Lawrence,
Mhm.
Judge, I didn't take note about any portable or.
Yeah, I know. It's got to be perhaps from the magistrate. I don't know.
What's the case number on this case, so I can look it up?
251
251
7262.
7262.
I,
She put it on,
I don't see it.
what did she say, portable?
Yeah.
Judge, it says that on the general conditions of release of and supervision.
You saw that, Ramona?
Yeah, Judge, it's on there on her new case.
Where? I don't see it.
Is this Torres, Olivia Torres?
Yeah.
It's her general conditions of release and supervision,
From
right underneath her bond condition, her bond.
under that capias thing?
No, it's right under the capias.
It says if you're charged with the DWI. Second, install an ignition interlock.
So that's what she's talking about. And maybe it doesn't apply to this case, but
Yeah,
that's why she got
it
that.
doesn't apply here. I don't know. Tracy, can you see if this horse has been ordered to have an interlock? Do you need the cause number? I don't see it. Regardless, if they had ordered it on you, I will take it off. Just don't consume, don't use. They're going to call you to take a drug test or an alcohol test. And I am going to test you 31 days. Just as long as you don't use any dope, you'll be fine. And no alcohol. All right? All right. Go sign your resets. Okay, you can take it off. Okay.
All right, Judge, page 18, Gilman.
There's a co-defendant in this case. Do you have the cause number? Sykes, by chance.
It is in felony 187. I'm sorry, are you ready?
It's okay.
187-7307.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Skillman.
Good morning.
Mr. Skillman, you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you. Okay.
On July 18th, 2024, officers conducted a trespass investigation at a convenience store and observed the defendant leaning against the outside wall, smoking a marijuana joint and cigarettes. Upon arrival, the defendant attempted to walk away. Officers made contact with the defendant, and the defendant immediately admitted to having marijuana on his person. 8.6 grams of marijuana was recovered.
So is there a co-defendant in this case?
I see a felony for Donald Sykes,
Yeah.
but let's see if that's the same transaction.
Mr. Skillman, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond. Just don't get in any more trouble. Do you understand?
Yes,
I'm not going to put any conditions on your bond. Just don't pick up any new cases.
yes,
Do you understand?
yes.
Okay, as long as you can just not get in any more trouble, I won't revoke your bond in this case. So what do you do in life now?
I'm ready to go to school.
You said you're in school?
Ready to go to school.
Well, you're getting ready to, how old are you, man?
57.
Come on.
Just decided to go. I ain't never been. I don't want to go paralegal. So,
Do you want to apply for an appointed lawyer?
yeah, please.
All right. You give me an application. All right. We're gonna give you an application. Don't go anywhere while I find you someone, a lawyer to talk to you, okay?
Williams?
This is Darius Williams. All right, good morning, Mr. Williams. Sir, you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with assault of a family member and resisting arrest. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine on each case. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On July 19th, 2024, officers were dispatched to an address in reference to a family assault where they met with a complaining witness who said that her boyfriend assaulted her. She advised that he grabbed her by both arms, threw her up against a wall, attempted to strangle her. She advised that it was difficult for her to breathe, and she stated that the defendant got her onto a bend and attempted to strangle her again, and she kept pushing him off of her. He told her, "Bitch, I'll kill you." The complaining witness stated that the defendant stated he would kill himself, grabbed a gun, and smashed her work computer with it. She advised that she felt pain. Officers accompanied the complaining witness to the apartment so that she could gather her stuff. And as she was gathering her things, officers heard a muffled man's voice. The officers found the defendant laying in bed. The officers detained him, and the defendant pushed the officer off and tried to run out of the apartment. The defendant was caught and continued to wrestle officers trying to break free. 18.3 grams of marijuana was found, which the defendant admitted was his.
Mr. Williams, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. And protective order was issued in this case on the 20th of this month. Get to know it. If you violate that protective order, the state can and will file a violation of a protective order against you. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up. And I'm telling you now, I will protect every person in Harris County. If that means putting you in jail and keeping you there at a $150,000 bond, I'm going to do it in a heartbeat. So don't have any contact with the complaining witness in this case. I don't care what you want. I don't care about your feelings. Do you understand? Don't have contact and don't have weapons. I'm also ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I'm going to test you. If I find that you're using anything at all, likewise, you will go to jail. Do you understand? How old are you, sir? Okay. We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I will have you go to Victoria Center, reset. After that, you're going to get with Tracy for your bond conditions. After that, you'll be free to go. Remember, you're walking a thin line. You step off that, it's going to crack and you're going to fall through the ice. It's going to freeze. You understand? Okay, man. Come on.
Right this way. All right, Judge, last one, page 16. Ruben, come on up.
Flores Ortega.
What's the last name?
Ruben on page 16.
Good morning, Mr. Rubin.
Good morning, sir.
Sir, you're charged with illegal dumping. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir. Okay.
A video showed a black Toyota Camry come into view of the camera, at which time the debris, which was household trash and tires, weighing 75 pounds, was not on the ground. Sometime later, the video showed the same vehicle leave the scene and the debris was on the ground. The vehicle belonged to the defendant. And upon comparing both the photo and video of the defendant, they were both the same person. The driver's face can be seen and was the only one in the vehicle at the time of the incident.
Did they see him do it or no?
The video showed him in his vehicle. The video showed his vehicle,
Go to the spot.
and then there's no debris on the floor when he got there. And then after he left, there was the debris on the floor. And the vehicle belonged to a Ruben Gonzalez Garza Jr. And using the photo, it was compared with the video. So I guess using his ID video or his ID photo.
I mean, I get the analogy, like you see me walk into the house, my shoes are wet, my pants are wet, right? So you can surmise it's raining outside, but you haven't seen it's raining. You haven't looked outside. Here, we have him on video going to the place, but you don't see him dumping it. You just see the debris there when he leaves.
But it's more.
Where's, I don't understand how. So how is it that we don't have, you don't have it, him actually doing it? How, because
The camera angle, it's just whatever.
Can I say something?
no, don't. Mr. Rubin, I'm going to find that there's probable cause for now. Okay. You need a lawyer to represent you. Perhaps things will change in a bit and then, but what do you do in life?
I was,
I don't know. I don't want to talk about the case. I just want to know what you do for a living. Do you work? Do you have an income? Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
the VA has gave me a number to get in contact with the lawyer. I found that out yesterday when I was talking to an
They
advisor.
pay for it for you?
I believe so. I have a number to call. Prior to that, was receiving treatment for PTSD and getting my benefits. I found that I could do that tomorrow too.
Do you have an income now or no?
No.
I can give you a lawyer today if you'd like.
I'd rather go with the VA with the number that they gave me to call.
Okay. Well, you can always come back if you want. If it doesn't work out for you, come back and I can give you a lawyer. We can give you a court-appointed lawyer. You know, it's up to you.
Did I say something?
Let's not talk about the case. I know you want to.
No,
but
not about the case. I was just gonna say that I haven't been in trouble with anything in 20 years.
Correct.
So,
And that's why you're out. Because if you had been in trouble, you probably would have been in lockup. You know, so that's why you're out. And we gave you a free bond for you to get out, to be able to fight this case, to get to the best resolution that you can, you know? I'm not going to put any conditions on your bond. Just be careful. Don't pick up any new cases. That's the only thing I'm going to ask, you know?
so I need to speak to a lawyer then and then
You
what?
need a lawyer. You're facing 6 months in jail. You absolutely need a lawyer to represent you. And like I said, I'm willing to give you one if you want one, or you can go to the VA. I'm willing to give it to you for free. So if you go to the VA and they try to charge you some kind of fee for the lawyer, just come back to me. I'll give you a lawyer for free.
Okay, well, I'll get a hold of a lawyer first.
It's up to you. You can do whatever you want. Just like I said, please don't get in any
Am I
more
able
trouble.
to talk to the prosecutor?
No, it's probably not a good idea because anything you say, they can and will use it against you. The slightest thing you say, they're going to sit there, they're going to type it, they can use it to prove guilt. So that's why it's probably not, you know? Okay, really, we're trying to help you, I promise.
Okay.
Okay, so like I said, go out there. If you have any issues, we'll try to get a lawyer, come back to me, I'll give you one.
Today?
Sure, yeah, in about 30 minutes, I can give you a lawyer.
I need to go. I got to take.
Go, you come back. I'll try to have a lawyer waiting for you.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Hey, Vic.